Hi, I'm Carlotta Berry, and I'm an open source hardware trailblazer. And in my journey to have robotics for the streets, I have created flower bots, Lily-Bot, Daisy-Bot, and Rosie-Bot. I have shown you in previous videos that Lily-Bot is now able to do motion control, forward, reverse, spin, turn, and pivot. Our next journey will be into obstacle avoidance with Lily-Bot, where we will show obstacle avoidance using Sonar, IR, and LiDAR before looking at more things like motion control and light tracking. So today's video, I will show you how to add on to your base robot by wiring up 4 LEDs and 4 sonar sensors so that you can use the LEDs to detect when one of the sonar sees an object or an obstacle. Come along and enjoy the journey. So here's the circuit wiring diagram that we're going to create using Tinkercad. We assume that you've already followed the first set of video lectures on how to wire up and do motion control, and that's working on your Lily-Bot. In order to eliminate the confusion with too many wires and things going on, we've taken off the motor driver and all of the wires for that, and we're going to rewire the LEDs so they should still be here. Note here that we have a red, blue, and green, and yellow LEDs at pins 4, 5, 6, and 7, and that our 4 sonar trigger pins will be at 2, A2, A0, and A4, and the echo pins will be at 3, A3, A1, and A5. Now let's go take a look and see what this looks like on the robot. So here we have a sonar and a sonar mount. And our first step is going to be to put the sonar in the sonar mount to be attached to the robot. So you just put it over the top like so, and then you slide it in. And then you find the location where you want it to be on the robot. I want one front, back, left, and right. So here's the front of my Lily-Bot. And so I'm just going to slide it on here so that it faces out like so. And I've already attached the other 4. So there's front, right, left, and then I also have one in the back, and the one in the back is actually mounted underneath because of the location of the power cord. But if you modify the location of this one could be on the top as well. So next we're going to attach our ground and our power buses. So we're going to have 2 ground buses here. So I'm going to use this green wire to jump the 2 sides of the breadboard together here. And I'm going to use another green wire to jump the 2 sides of the breadboard at the top here. These are going to be used for connecting the grounds for the sonar as well as for the LEDs. And then I'm going to have this orange wire to make a power bus or voltage bus over here. So now we have 2 grounds on our Arduino Uno. So I am going to use this blue wire to connect the ground here to the bus at the bottom. Then I'm going to use this green wire to connect the ground from this side to the bus at the top. Note that if we needed another ground, there is also another ground connection on our Uno. There's actually 3 ground connections, but we're going to try to get by with 2. And there's one 5-volt connection here. And we're going to connect that right here for our voltage bus. Note also that if you end up needing more voltage buses, you could do another jump from this row to the next row up if you need more voltage buses for your motor controller. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to wire our LEDs first. And so I have 4 330 ohm resistors. So I am going to attach each one to the ground and then bring it up to a different row on our breadboard. So I'm going to have 2 on the left side of the ditch in the breadboard and 2 on the right side of the ditch in the breadboard. We want to make sure they're on different rows. And now I'm going to connect my LEDs. And make sure when you connect the LED, you want to make sure that the short leg goes to ground. So the short leg goes to the same row as the resistor. And the long leg comes out to a different row that will be connected to the pin. So there's our yellow. Here is the red. Here's the green. And here's the blue. Next, we're going to connect them to the pins on the breadboard. So the yellow LED is going to be connected to pin 4. The red LED is going to be connected to pin 5. The blue LED is going to be connected to pin 6. And finally, the green LED is going to be connected to pin 7. Our next step is going to be to attach the wires to our sonar sensors. So here is a sonar sensor connection here. And notice that it is male-female wires. So the female ends are going to go on our sonar, and make sure you pay attention to whether it is connected to VCC, ground, trigger, or echo, because those go to different places on the breadboard. So here I am going to connect the purple wire to VCC, the green wire to ground, the blue wire to trigger, and the gray wire to echo. So let's take this off for a minute so you can see what I did here. So now the purple wire goes to our voltage, which is this red line here. The green wire goes to ground, which is going to be our ground here at the top. And now our left trigger and echo are going to go to A0 and A1. So blue goes to A0 and gray goes to A1. We will continue the same thing for our other 4 sonar. So then I am going to do the same thing over here for our back sonar, where we're going to make the orange voltage, make the green ground, and we're going to use the blue for the trigger and the yellow for the echo. Orange to voltage, green to ground, and blue and yellow, trigger and echo. This is our back. So our back goes to A2 and A3. So the trigger is going to go to A2 and the echo is going to go to A3. And then you continue like so for the other 2 sonar. And this concludes wiring up the Lily-Bot for Sonar obstacle avoidance. Please come back to see us create the software to make Lily-Bot avoid obstacles.